Turkey is an ancient land, with evidence of civilization stretching back thousands of years into the past. Numerous peoples have lived and died on her soil, from the ancient Greeks and Romans to the Ottomans, all controlling her at one point or another. Before them all, however, there was Troy. Founded by Greek colonists from Arcadia in 1400 BC, led by their king Dardanus, Troy started life as a minor city-state among many in Asia. But through the brilliance of its kings, it grew to become a hub of commerce along the Aegean coast, soon becoming a multicultural and multi-ethnic kingdom with native Anatolians, Israelites, Chinese, Japanese, Assyrian, and many others mingling freely in the city's streets. While few dispute Troy's importance in the ancient Asian world, many do not know how vital the city was for the development of Europe and its peoples, especially the Italians, French, and British. These nations owe their very existence to the Trojan refugees, who either found refuge in their lands, such as the Italians and British, or whose descendants later migrated into them, such as the French. It is not hyperbole to say that without Troy, there would be no Europe as we know it today. The seeds of modern Europe were planted during the final years of Troy's existence. In 1211 BC, Paris, a Trojan prince, abducted the Spartan queen Helen while he was in the Greek city on a diplomatic mission on behalf of his father, King Priam. Abducted may be too strong a word, as Helen was a more than willing captive. Taking her back to Troy, the young prince married Helen, and despite the consequences he knew would come for his son's actions, Priam allowed the queen to remain in the capital. His choice sealed the city's fate. Menelaus, the scorned husband of Helen, called on his elder brother, Agamemnon, king of Mycenae and high king of the Greeks, to aid him in retrieving the queen, sending a call out to all Greek kings. Agamemnon commanded them to contribute ships and men to their righteous cause. To disobey meant not only dishonor, but the possible destruction of their own personal houses. None refused. Among the kings who answered the call were Nestor of Pelops, Odysseus of Ithaca, Diomedes of Argos, and the greatest warrior among the descendants of Helen, Achilles of the Myrmidons. These men, along with thousands of common soldiers, sailed to Asia under Agamemnon and Menelaus, seeking glory and fame in addition to what plunder they could carry home. For 10 grueling years, the two sides battled each other on the sands in the countryside outside Troy, neither making progress, and by the 10th year the surviving Greeks, tired and worn down from constant warfare, desired to return home. Troy could keep Helen for all they cared. To avoid a mutiny, Odysseus, a brilliant strategist and military mind, developed an ingenious plan. The Greeks would build a giant wooden horse and present it to the Trojans as a peace offering. Little would the Trojans know, Greek soldiers would be hidden within the belly of the statue who, once brought into the city, could slip out and raise the gate, allowing their compatriots inside. Agamemnon and Menelaus loved the idea and quickly ordered their carpenters to get to work. Once it was built, the Greeks left it outside the Trojan gates, retreating. Priam, believing his enemies had fled, ordered his men to bring the prize inside, falling into Odysseus' trap. Later that night, Greek soldiers hiding within the horse slipped out, opening the city gates for their comrades, hiding their ships behind the island of Tenedos to make it appear they retreated. The Greeks executed Odysseus' plans of surprise attack perfectly, rushing across the beach towards Troy once the gate went up. The Trojans, caught as they were in their beds or drunk in the taverns, stood little chance. The cries and screeches could be heard, the desperate sounds of a dying people. Through the smoky haze, Trojan soldiers tried to defend their city. In the course of one bloody night, a city and its people that had flourished for multiple centuries were no more. The house of Dardanus, long hailed as one of Asia's great families, was nearly exterminated in a brutal purge in the royal palace. Only a few of the royal family survived. Among them was Aeneas, son of Anchises, and the goddess Aphrodite.